Good morning. I've lived in East Boston for 37 years, so I guess that's 30 some odd years. And when I got my job at Urban Edge in 1977, we looked at houses in Jamaica Plain. I couldn't afford it then. So it's been a challenging 37 years to try and continue to move Boston forward in terms of affordable housing access. When I moved to East Boston, even though I've been there a long time, if East Boston hadn't changed, I'd be considered a newcomer. When I moved there, it was 100% white and 90% Italian. Unless you were a seventh generation East Bostonian, you were newcomers. But that has all changed now. In the last 10 or 15 years, I think East Boston is now majority minority, and it reflects the diversity of the city of Boston that has happened over the last 10 or 15 years. I guess we are trying to find new language about affordable housing because it's not always as popular. And I've been advocating to talk about housing for people with modest incomes. Low has a bad connotation, high has a good connotation, so there's a prejudice in language. So I'd rather encourage people to say people with modest incomes, because the alternative is people with immodest incomes. So I'd like to change the prejudice of the language that we use in affordable housing. The city of Boston, as we spoke the other night when the mayor was at our 35th anniversary, is doing better than any city I visited recently, without any exception, and I think it's because of the kind of partnership that the Menino administration and all of us in this room have had. We've spent a lot of time in the last few years working with people to prevent foreclosures. The city of Boston was ahead by years of the state, the federal agencies in dealing with this, anticipating and dealing with this question. And that's part of the reason why the city has done as well in recent years. We are going through a very challenging times. Everything is a lot slower than it should be. But working together, we can get through this, and I look forward to working with you. I guess I have to tell one other story, Mr. Mayor, and you'll hear his version of it when he comes up. He and I met when he was freshman city councilor. We had proposed to build some affordable housing in Hyde Park Avenue in Rosendale. And this is also when Rosendale was 100% white, and there were a lot of people in his district that didn't want Urban Edge, that outside organization, to come in and build housing for those people. So the mayor, I had made the mistake of not talking to the mayor, the city councilor at that time, ahead of time. So he called me on the carpet and said, "What are you doing in my district without talking to me first?" Which was the right criticism. So we met, he heard about the project, he said, "I'll support you, this makes sense." And even though the petitions for and against were 3-1 against us, and as a freshman city councilor, he did not have to stand up and say, "I'm supporting these 8 units. I mean, it was a big project, 8 units. And he stuck with us, and after a long marathon, we finally built those units. There aren't many politicians then or since that would do that today, very few. And that takes kind of courage that I've appreciated, and it's one of the reasons I support Mayor Menino. For as many times as you want to run, I'll be there with you.